really good. It's really good. Hi, chat. Find something. I need to get like a whole better interface. I need like a better intro screen. I think I need to order one. Unfortunately, I had Skelly working on 5 billion things, so it's gonna be a bit. But hi, chat. Hope everyone's doing all right. Hope everyone's having a good day. Everyone's having a good week. Let's try Wrath of the Righteous real quick. Because I'm finally making headway with it. Gonna look at what the hell is going on. Turn that off. Don't turn that off. Let me no, let me do a little photoshopping. I had a real debate today. Either it was like, do I want to do Star Citizen and just talk to chat while I yeah. Like, do I just do Star stuff or do I do what you call it? Yeah. Either that or do medieval stuff. And I'm like, well, yeah, let's do medieval stuff. And that's currently been the plan. Let me do a little photoshopping. You know, it's the live part where where you just talk to the intro screen. That nothing else happens. Here, let me get Wrath of the Righteous up here. Let me do. Wah! There it goes. Up. OpenVR is supposed to be there. Boop, boop. Do that. Then I go over here. Go to Wrath of the Righteous. Boop. And maybe it comes up. Maybe. Yeah, there it goes. Let's see what dude's like. Ah! Ow! Thank you for the 23 months, Starbex. I appreciate it. Thank you, Casimir, for your subscription. 2 years of your dice rolling RP shenanigans. Thank you. But do you like Spinal? I don't know what that is. Fortunately, so I cannot comment, or else I would. Yeah, but hi, chat. I've been busy. In fact, I'm good right after the stream. I got a lot to get done. Thank you, Ruffle, Big Stuffle, for your subscribe. You know, because Rock Band, they did the Stonehenge song. Yeah, I still have no context. That's one of the things that I've learned in the entire world, that there's so many bands and things and all sorts of stuff that could seem very popular in your circle, but tons of people have no idea what it is. Kind of like, you know, VTubers. You know, there's really popular VTubers that you think everybody knows of, but you can actually just ask a lot of people on the internet. You're like, do you know what a Mouse of Iron is? And they're like, what? You know, and they watch only just GTA RP videos. So it's one of the weirdest things. There's even actors who've been in tons of top-end films that like everyone around the globe has seen. You don't know who he is. Like who that actor is. So it's always interesting when you think of it that way, because you're like, oh god. It's like you can't, there's only so famous you can get, because not everybody in the world's gonna know who you are. There are people who are so famous to where everyone's just like, oh, I know that guy, like from everywhere around the world, but that level is like extreme. I was doing something. That's right, I was opening up Photoshop to make a little tweeter thing. There were so many bands that they make wagons. I hate that joke. I hate that. Did I laugh so much that I chirped? What the hell happened? Ooh. I think my throat squeezed so much I heard a come out. Like very, very tiny. Also, I have like a weird thing. Weird little health thing. So years ago, When I had like, when I could barely afford $100, I eventually had to go into the dentist and get some tooth work done because I was in such pain. I was just willing to kill myself. Like, and it may say that, and you might think it's joking. I was literally tempted to take my head and bash it against the pillar because of how much in pain I was. It was that bad. I had to walk in there and go, I'm in severe pain. My teeth hurt so fucking bad. I need help or I'm not gonna leave here. Like, you have to help me now. And they're like, oh shit. So they really rushed me in, got me all fixed up. They found that there was a huge infection on the left side of my face. And they told me that from the scans that they saw, that infection kept going, I would have died. So yeah, that infection, it was like a really bad infection that was coming through. And they're like, yeah, it's a good thing. You came here, it's antibiotics. We got you in. But what they also have done is that they put a crown there because there's like a huge whoosh thing in there. And, thank you, Vax, for your scribble. And as they put it in there, they put a crown. And ever so often, depending on the temperature or the time of year, and kind of around this point, my teeth begin to kind of shift a little bit because everything expands and contracts and stuff as temperature and pressure and all that. It's now doing it, and it hurts, and it's pissing me off. And it's like, like, why? Like, why do you do this? Yeah, so I'm gonna kill him too. Yeah. So brush your teeth is the story, and don't fuck around with it. Like, if that's the one thing you could tell your kids or any young siblings or anything else like that, just tell them you will die. If you don't brush your teeth, you can't die. Don't fuck with it. That, or you'll look ugly and you don't read no good. That'll scare them. Right, chewing gum, it helps align your teeth. Yeah, like, there's a bunch of stuff, but yeah. In case you look up and say, a storm is coming through your teeth crown power. Infection in your tooth ain't no joke. Your nerve is literally deteriorating. Teeth are very important. Yeah. Because if you don't take care of it, it's not gonna work. Alright, I can't focus long enough to make a Photoshop thing because I literally stared at an Explorer file the entire time. So I'm like, there, we'll just do a Twitter thing so it'll get lost in Twitter and then no one will see the tweet because Twitter does not like it when you put links in it. But anyway, we will continue. We'll continue on. I think I played this a little bit offline when I was talking with folks because one of the things I do, I don't know if you guys have like a tick or anything or a thing that you do to focus. Sometimes what I do to focus is that I play games. Sometimes it works in my favor, other times it doesn't. But whenever I'm in a meeting, I like having a game playing in the background or I'm doing something, like my hands are occupied because I sway. You know, I sway or I rock. So if you ever see me, if I'm in a rocking chair, I'm ready to go. Because then I'm able to actually kind of focus on some things. Because I'm actively moving, you know, and then it's like, okay, this line of energy needs that. I swear I have ADHD. I swear I do. Because if I'm rocking or swaying or something, that I could now focus more on something else. Habits and not tics, right? Yeah, it's probably habits is probably the more correct thing, but I can't quite identify or say what the right word is. But I love being able to rock in a chair, and when I stand, I sway. I sway because I have to keep moving. Because if I stand still, it physically hurts me. Because my body's like, go! It's like, move, you idiot! And I'm like, ah! So, it turns into a problem. Like, very much turns into a problem. Okay, so I've adjusted the party a bit. I had a cleric. I had this cleric, and he was a cloistered cleric. And I pretty much built him at the start to pretty much just summon a bunch of skeletons. But I was learning slowly but surely. One of the undead summoning spells is just broken. It just won't summon. And two, even though the skeletons that I summon can get kind of heightened and be powerful enough to be okay at something, I learned that it's just starting to not work as well. But yeah, it's a whole problem. But I've adjusted him to be less war priest, but pretty much a cloister cleric that can wear armor. And all he does is just heal people. And he's able to I basically made him a war priest without identifying it, putting it in the mechanics of war priest. But he can actually kind of hold his own now. And I made him a cavalier for 1 level just because I want him on a horse. I always wanted to mess with it. He's our big fan of your stuff. Wondering, would you be on the look for any editors? Not right now. We usually have people everybody in the team. We usually just do an open call on the team saying, hey, just double check everything and go for it. We are going to make mistakes with the PDFs and stuff. The issue, the main reason I say no is that one, it's got to be someone that we kind of trust to know personally or stuff, or if we really do need one. If we're doing egregious mistakes all the time, then we would sit down and try to get somebody. But currently right now, we have to have someone that we trust. We have to have someone that we know what they're doing. And also, we have to be able to afford that person. I know some people would like to volunteer, which is very nice, but I always like to make sure I can compensate somebody, because it also puts a bit of responsibility on someone. Because for volunteer work, people can just up and leave when a project is required to get all that stuff. So it's a thing. Everybody, no, it's fine. I mean, you asked the question, I'm letting you know. But yeah. Yeah, the mountain's a good hand. Does he have a massive charge damage as the game as well? I don't know. I haven't put that. I haven't messed with that, honestly.
Keep your wits about you.
Now, while I'm here, I'm gonna give everyone a little Kool-Aid. Bloop, bloop. No, a good old Baron. I've also sat down while I was offline and kind of optimized everyone's stuff just a wee bit. There's still some gear and items that I'm kind of hoping to have. Also, Vina keeps getting destroyed because Vina has no health. Because that's all Vina can do. Vina, though's got 21 strength, so that's cool. But she's only level 6. So, not much we can do about that. And while that's going, I'm going to... I think we already have Bless. That's Hardy Meal. Do Bless anyway. Do Bless for you. Ranger's Bond for you. You have no buffs. Lauren, I rebuilt. Kind of not happy with it, but... Gonna just have to stomach it anyway, because I keep making the wizards in this, and wizards are fun when you get the range of spells, but for someone to being a damage dealer, like, I have to go with a lot of penetration and then a lot of meta magic stuff to get a high effectiveness, and it's just not fun. I've come to find, I keep reminding myself how much I don't like 3.5 wizards. Even for Pathfinder Second, the Pathfinder Second Edition kind of fixed several things for me, but for most of it, I'm just like, man, wizards are rough. It's like you just hate it at the end of it. Yeah, so it turns into a pretty big issue. Alright, everyone's buffed up. Alright. Everyone get in. Okay, so the situation on this one, I understand it's a bunch of stuff and I can read it all. It's gonna... it's not gonna work. Alright, I don't want to read everything. But I'll give you the gist of what they said is, hey, at the beginning of it, a demon showed up because we messed with this one demon who was controlling a village. And so I was like, hey, you're not going to get this one guy. But the demon came up saying, hey, I have my followers who don't like some of the other demons here. And this is my domain that got taken over. And I want my domain back. So how about you help me and I help you? So I accepted because I didn't want to fight a whole bunch of stuff. So the arrangement we have is that we go say, do it. And then they join our side. So we don't have to fight them all. You're a wizard in a wired position in your... I don't understand. I'm sorry. Was Lorne the wizard or the knightly mythic fighter? I mean Lorne? Lorne is the wizard and Dern's the fighter in this one. Okay, the live stream is a word. Live your content. Love all the VODs. Have a great day. Thank you, Wicked. Okay, so we have Targos. I gave Targos the what you call it. Yeah, I gave Targos the 2. Uh-oh. Is it bugged? It is bugged. We'll do that. Bring it back. There we go. Now we can actually move. I'm putting him behind a pillar. Yeah, I'm gonna give Targos the throwing axes, because one thing I started noticing that was happening is that he with a crossbow. I couldn't find a good crossbow. Let's see, is Sanctum for the Zoran? Oh yeah, sorry. That VTuber's probably gonna cover some bits up. So there's a combat log, which will scroll past for no one can see. Number 5 was my Greynick says 3.5 D&D was my first D&D, and I went wizard. We managed to get to level 10, do more due to my rolls and everything else. Ended up being the main damage dealer for the team, given the hardest fights. Yeah, it's in actual tabletop that could be really good. It's just for this game, and even for 3.5 isms anyway, you can either get your wizard to be to where it's like you're just kind of there, or you're literally, if you build it right, you can just solo colossal dragons. Once you get high enough level, you just turn just stupid crazy. So it does get quite interesting. Cool, I can charge. Whack! That's a crit. Or actually more accurate to the wielder being a dwarf. I don't know, actually. But he does really good with them. I'm going to Scorching Ray this person. Woohoo! But yeah, my wizard just can't do more damage than Dern. Dern, just the warrior, which is the main character person we have on this one, just shows up and just whap! It's just solos gods. So he's doing a great job.
Need to review this spell
Whack!
later.
All right, now for our knight. Ah. Thank you, Wigger, for subbing. I appreciate that. I have only one thing for prayer. Okay, no more tactician slots. There's not much you can really do. Except just go up there and melee, but I'm gonna try to keep you to the side, and we're just gonna hold you. Yeah, that's the thing I was worried about. Good, you took care of that for me. Now you throw all this at him. Hit him as much as you can before he does mirror image, because I hate it when they do that. Get as many hits as you can, because he's gonna do mirror image, and then it's gonna just be hard as hell to get through him. It'll delay the inevitable, but it's annoying when it does happen. Wait for it. Made an actual JoJo character, including a stand with the monk class and rock rank. Awesome. Yeah, and finding a way, you can actually make one that's closer to a JoJo stand with the summoner. Because if you build your summoner in a different way, or kind of multi-class with summoner, if you want the stand, I think in JoJo, I haven't watched the show yet, but I think in JoJo the stands are the ones that do most of the fighting. I'm not quite sure. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, they can. Yeah, they can basically, with the summoner, you can have it to where you can be more like a melee fighter, or a monk and then multi-class into summoner if you have a high enough charisma. Or just whatever, absolutely, yeah. But regardless, like, like, absolutely, like, you do whatever fits your theme. Like, I'm not saying your thing's invalid. Monk definitely works out, so you can just go, you know, and just beat people up. Which you are good. Ooh, a 74 crit. Just gonna cantrip you because I don't want to spend any more valuable spells. Lauren can't do anything because it's bugged.
shall survive.
It's funny that Alcat is planning to do a Warhammer thing, but considering how many bugs that Kingmaker had, this had, I'm going to be very surprised if they
So it comes to this.
are able to get anything else. Oh, there's other people. I completely forgot there are like other enemies here. I think there's only one, right? Yeah.
We won't falter.
I'll just have you go after each of this. Alright, Targost. Let's finish that up thing off. There you go. You finish that off. Almost. Alright, Durin is dying, so we're gonna heal. We'll just do a big beam attack.
Is always an option.
I do need to heal him, so coming up on Cleric's turn, I think the round ends. Yeah, the round. I'll be able to heal him before the round ends. Because basically, Durin's able to just not die for a while when he gets lower on health. But as long as he keeps getting healed back, the thing resets and he's able just to tank hits again. So we're going to do. Let's see. King Lightning. Gonna hit you. Wham!
Go. This is unexpected.
Yeah, Durin's holding. He might be prone, but he's fine. That thing's dead. That thing's struggling. Baron, keep holding, buddy.
Choice.
Now, as for you, you are going to do a big heal. Wounds mass. I wonder if that affects the demons. Let's find out. It does not. We're good. Okay, now as for you, you're getting in. If you want to get really crazy with stuff for real, check out Summon Gravel. Yeah, one of the things I recommend a lot of people to do when they get into Pathfinder 2e is to always stay with the core classes first, because wrapping your head around like something like Summoner, like you'll eventually get it. It's just learning that action economy is the biggest thing for Summoner, because if you don't understand the action economy, you will mess up playing Summoner a lot. I mess up playing Summoner a lot because I keep thinking I can do way more when I can actually do way less. And the thing that a lot of people think of with Summoners is that they're like, oh man, I'm gonna be able to summon 50 skeletons and go blah blah blah, you know, because that's what I want to do. But the game is specifically designed, and the spells for summoning are specifically designed to where you can't do that, because I was talking to Mr. Ballman about it because I was complaining to him going, I really want to be able to summon a bunch of skeletons. Oh, my horse died. Thank you, Lord Proxy. You get Lord Proxy versus Scribbling. I appreciate it. But I was like to him, and he was like, yeah, we did it that way to where you can't summon a whole bunch of stuff because otherwise you're watching someone play a war game. And I accepted that argument because it was like, good point. Because there's the feeling that you get from playing, and then there's the feeling that you get from, you know, acting, because there's you who's playing, but then there's everybody else who's playing. So it's definitely, let's see, let me protection from evil and Durin, because it's a little hell, see if that helps a little bit. There we go.
Shall survive this ordeal.
Now let's take up all this loot. It's gonna be just a bunch of scrolls I'm barely gonna use, but all right, let's have you drink a bunch of Kool-Aid. Drink some of these lesser ones, because I got a chunk of them. Might as well use it. Get you healed up. Get Baron healed up. Yeah, it's not an entire army that there's no real threat except another army. Yeah, normally because it's just they're weak and then you'll take them through, but yeah, it definitely turns. You basically sit there and go like, oh, well, it's Joe's turn. I guess we'll watch him play Warhammer for a little bit, you know? And you're just sitting there like, yep, sure is fun. Is there anything else in this room? Because I've been exploring nearly everywhere, trying to get past this one door. I think there's one. Yeah, it's this one. Yeah, trying to slowly but surely.
I sense something.
Okay, that looks to be. There's another ball trap. Let me see.
I'll make my own legend.
Oh, I need you to mount. Back on your horse. Give you speed. Nope, that's just fire strikes. So basically, there was a trap at the beginning that was a hallway similar to this, and oh, that almost killed the horse. That basically just did an Indiana Jones boulder at me, and I was like, oh no. But I'm looking at it, going, oh, it's probably the same thing. You know, it's obviously got to be the same thing, and nah, it just nuked me with a fire strike spell. I start somebody get dinner, telling me when he's done. Yeah, and because of that, when you're playing those game systems or whatever, the hope is that everyone's having a good time. And if not everyone's having a good time and it's only one player actually playing the game, then it's just not a good time. Jesus Crusaders are already here. Episodes of Coward, the pathetic knuckle draggers are powerless before the might of the great Xanathyr, the plagued one. There's a figure in the road to sort of the cultist. I not say I would not say what I would do to the next halfwit who dared call me by my ignominious moniker. And he's dead. Right, now I get to deal with a swarm. Takes one of his sleeves. A small swarm of locusts emerges from within and envelops the cultist's head. Shrieking, he tries to get him off. Then eventually the body explodes into pieces as the locust bursts out from within him. Jump Heroes will have to complete the transformation. He beckons a demon over and scrambles eagerly towards the threatening looking machines. The other turns to surviving students. All of you, do as I've taught you. Try just this once to follow my instructions to the letter. If anyone drops another crystal, he will only have himself to blame for his horrific fates. Let's see. Oh, Barnes has plus 25 to Arcana to break through. I can try mobility to get through. Well, Lauren, you got a plus 25 to Arcana. You're literally built for this. You have to not roll less than a 2. He made it. Clearly realized the wall of Locust is not magic itself, and you cannot break it as you would a spell. Wow. Way to make that useless. Oh no. Okay. I could bash it, or I could try to get through it, which I think I will bash it. Battle mobility check. You would have much luck trying to duel an enemy made of smoke of shadow. Locust simply split around your weapon, and the churning sound they make sounds like snide laughter. Life to the locust that bursts from inside the cultist's body seems short indeed. So they drop on the floor like harmless, like harmless bugs. Well, I tried. The demon summoned the machine howls in pain. Paying no attention to you, Xanathyr places the crystal in the demon's body, and you sense rather than see the demon change into something different, something more frightening than before. You look closer and you realize you have seen this type of crystal before. The magic chisel you found in Cadabras is made from the same material. Given works on Xanathyr students does not scream. He raps and angrily writhing in his shackles. I'm like, blockheads, of course you've ruined the whole thing. Doesn't matter now, defend the chamber, fight till the last. I wonder if they fight each other. Nope, that'll just go straight to me. Nope, they're gonna go straight to me. Okay. I was hoping it looked like they were about to fight each other, and I was like, oh, great, and it didn't. All right, how do I want to go about this? Okay, I can't charge anybody, which is weird because I have a straight line to everybody. But I'll go for you. All right, as for you, I'm going to do prayer. Debuff people around me, but also buff my friends. Druid is going to come up to the side and start bringing down this guy's mirror images. Can one character summon more than a set of creatures? if you build, like I have an entire party full of like mercenaries that I can make custom. If you technically make a bunch of clerics, like herald clerics or just clerics in general, they get animate dead, or you make a bunch of necromancers or anybody that can summon, you can theoretically have every single character summon a whole bunch of creatures. So literally I can stand in this corner and just summon armies, and the summon creatures will just take care of everything for me. So if you want to make an entire summoning party, you can do that. And several creatures do spawn via 1d4 creatures. So, and there's that, and it also gets expanded upon. So theoretically, if you made like everybody a necromancer, or like everyone a cleric but a herald color or dead guy color or whatever, you can literally have each person summon up to 6 skeletons and watch them all fight. You can literally just summon an entire army of skeletons in like one round of your guys and just whoosh. So you can really mess them up. So, which I think is a build you can do. I know there's a build I wanted to do where I played only one character, and he would be a summoner, where I do nothing but just summon things, and I would be as necromancer as possible. Yeah, so if you ever wanted a game where you're literally a necromancer, this is the game. Unfortunately, you can't be like a skeleton, but this is the game if you ever wanted to be a necromancer. So you can change your portrait here down below to be kind of whatever you want. And you can put a helmet on, and you're like, you have a skull face underneath. But there is a mythic path, and the mythic paths are what you choose to be. And if you want to make sure you get into it, you can look up the Lich mythic path, and you basically just go down that way. And then you're just summoning a bunch of undead. And which is one, if I ever want to play this again, I'm going to do a solo playthrough where I'm only a necromancer, and I try to level my guy up as much as possible and just do nothing but necromancy, which is hard as hell. I'll probably have to play the game on easy for a while, because if you try to play this game the hardest difficulty, no matter how min-maxed you are, this game will kill you. So you have to be ultra careful. His mirror images and try to bring him down. Alright, Mr. Lone Bonds, what we're going to do is control fireball. Ahoo! But the paddles my start was fun, but I did release where it was broken. Yeah, I had to wait several times before this was like ready to go. Wow, I critted it like twice. Alright, so for this touch of good, I'm doing Cargost here. And then I'm going to do not much else. There's not much I could really do right now. I'm gonna wait. Go after the swarm. Baron, go after this guy who's almost dead. There we go. He tries to invade the shoot, but nothing happens. Okay, so we have two guys here. I'm gonna go after the rock. These things are way too dangerous. Right, that's always fun. What I'm gonna do. Normally demons aren't that great with acids. We're gonna do that. Yeah, there we go. Make them deal with that the entire time. So if you want to stay in it. Oh, Lauren's down. Lauren's always down. Also, I'm having an issue. Feeling negative effects on myself. Because I feel like there's something on me and I can't quite tell. And there's no way to see. Tesla web, protection from evil playing allies. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but can't move. Thought I would dispel it. Get Lauren back up. There we go. Beat this guy up. He's got concealment, so that's going to be an issue. Move to the rock, keep him pinned inside the acid wall. We're gonna keep going after the rock. Alright, probably need to grab some sand. Okay. Alright, get up, Lord. You're gonna cast haste, everybody. Or not. Lauren gone slow yet? No, not yet. Also, Dern went down. Not fun. Kind of get my butt whooped on this one. Okay, so I can't quite get you, so I'm gonna have you kill yourself. And do we have the Xanther guy? Where is the Xanther guy? He's still here, right? Or did he die? I think he died. He died or went somewhere. I think he stayed in the acid wall way too long. Alright, Baron's still holding. Gonna have the brought. Nice. This is Mr. Lorne. You have... Okay, now we'll cast haste. Give everyone an extra thing. Didn't need that. Really didn't need that. He took out my cleric. I was doing haste just so I could try to get that through. If I can get past this rock, unfortunately the concealment's really messing with me. I don't have magic missiles, so I can't quite get it where I want. What I can do is be really evil. I have to do it in a particular way. No, it won't affect him. I'm gonna have to Scorching Ray and hope I hit him. Or it'll do nothing. Nope, that's broken. Oh, you can't hit anything. I have to skip his turn. You're just gonna have to hold, buddy. Just gonna have to hold. Kargos is down. I'll remove Lorne. Let's see if I can get anything hitting. There we go. Alright, he's down. Our druid is down. Baron's still holding. Okay, I think I might have a solution. Yeah, that'll work. Because Baron's immune. He's immune to acid and other effects, so he is just fine. Also, he has diehard stuff, so he's not gonna go down anytime soon. Okay, Scorching Ray this guy. Weird. Oh, there goes him. I think we're done. Is that a wall acid? It is. Oh, there goes Baron. Only Goldbeard's left, and we lose. It's I like how different, and I don't like it, but there are some encounters I'll have which are like, oh, awesome. You know? It's like, awesome, this will be a nice wipe and clear. And then other times it's like, what the hell happened, you know? Alright, get remounted.
Ready.
Watch out for trouble.
Yeah, because sometimes you'll be like, oh man, this is easy. You know, like go through it. Next encounter destroys you. Only because of those spells. And we could skip all this time, so. And maybe we might be able to succeed in getting past all the stuff this time. So instead of just like, here's a check, and all of a sudden, you know, like you're just wasting your time. Try to get through. Covering your face, hurled something to column. Thousands of jaws closing your skin. A moment later, you're through the other side. Okay, so it didn't matter. All the checks were there, and none of them mattered. They get buffed regardless. Signals, Crusader. Your lesson ended. Okay, never mind. Okay. You're working too slowly and she needs speech to defend. Okay, it prevents that one from coming up. As all was really drowned out the audio, but literally and figuratively. Yeah, it was awfully loud. All right, everyone's just gonna get Ringer's Pawn. Go to move you up because it's only gonna give me a single move action. Ah! Thank you, Fontana, for your scribble. I appreciate it. Everyone, hello. We are just trying. I'm gonna try to get out of the doorway this time. Move you up this way. Get Baron up this way. I'm hoping this time it's a disaster. And immediately my horse died. Immediately dismounted. Very awkward for all of us.
I'll split you.
Ah, great. Mirror image. It's one of the things I've noticed, the higher level I've gotten in this game, is that everyone gets mirror image. No one just goes like, oh, we'll just, you know, maybe do a thing that makes us hit harder and you maybe won't take care of that. No, it's mirror image. It's never anything else. It's just add mirror image. That's the solution. It's just cast mirror image and then you're fine. I forget. Let me. What are you immune to? Acid, fire, and cold. Electricity it is. There we go. We'll do a wall of that. Burn should have a step right here. But I forgot that guy existed. Baron can't move. Ooh, the hell happened? And a boss here just went He-Man for a moment. You cast a couple spells and then minus 86 health. Something happened. I don't know what happened, but like all of a sudden they got way more powerful. And I demand to know how.
I shall survive this ordeal.
Alright. Well, at least AoE heal us. To get mostly everybody, but it's not gonna be able to do much else. Such a good broke. The spells keep breaking. They still haven't fixed the turn-based combat stuff. Alright, Lauren. Off to the side. Look down range. This might be futile, honestly. Yeah, let's do a restart. Because something is making them way stronger than I'm used to seeing. Because all the other fights have just been like, come in, bash their heads open. I'll try taking off combat stuff here. Skip through, yada yada yada. Da 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 da. Things happen. Wish I could skip the cutscenes. Buzz buzz buzz. Wizard stop goal going. That got canceled because doing Lauren for long periods of times hurts. So there's no longer a release to curse thing. Because the plan was to do that and see if people prefer seeing the bear or the wizard. And yeah, so doing the wizard fucking hurt. After a while, after the stream, I was dead. Like I didn't want to talk at all, and that's not good. So yeah, here, mess it up. They do a thing. be a crazy game to put increases with every loaded game. It would be messed up. All right. Good luck, everybody. Very good.
Shall survive this ordeal.
Immediately everyone's dying.
Force.
Yeah, you're not done healing. Gonna bring him back up. This is real time, by the way. This is how they want you to play it before. And I've always hated it. Because it's like, ugh. Let's do it here. You know what's going on, chat? I don't. Everything's dying. Yeah, they tear through me. Because I fought these things before and nothing went wrong, so it's really odd that I come in here and then all of a sudden it's like a fight uphill. Yeah, you're near death. There you go. Yeah, now I win, but I just brute forced it. It's like, yeah, everyone's fine now. We're gonna take, can we take a little sit down? Yeah, let's take a little sit down. Because we're all screwed. Also, my horse is dead, so might need to do a little rest. There. The horse. He's like, all right. We're doing a bunch of voices while game mastering, doing all the NPCs was fun, but my throat was right afterwards. Yeah. Ah. Ow. Thank you, Thawnex, for the scribble. I appreciate it.
I'll make my own legend.
It helps a bunch, thank you. A little nap amongst the corpses, yeah. You know, the corpses aren't going anywhere. We hope. What does this do? Oh, stuff happens. Let's see. Let's go check up on the... Probably gonna press the pressure plates, open the thing. Let's encoded note. Look at our loot. Ooh, new helmet thing. Is it another wisdom thing? Ah, yeah, it is. It's another wisdom thing. This goes straight. This would go straight to you. In fact, it probably will need to. There you go. Yeah, I prefer you to have the helmet on, but you know what we're gonna have to deal with. Yeah, speaking of the helmet. First one about AC. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I definitely want you to have better AC at some point, but you're pretty much stacked in terms of that. Also, it really does bug me in this game that I see the glove slot and like the shirt slot, the bracer slot, and I can't put anything there. You know, like I want to put everything on the character, but I just can't. So, like, no. All right, let's go ahead and
I tire of waiting.
get you there. Bring you over here. Is there something else I'm missing?
Never stop learning.
That's obviously locked. Oh, nope. It's good. Apparently we found it. Let us go ahead and buff. Okay, that's buff, that's buff. You do your bonds.
Never stop learning.
You will do protection from fire. You will buff yourself and do this, and I will make you a shambling mound. My shapeshifter can't shapeshift into a dragon, and it bugs me. And I'll have you fight defensively.
Never a dull
Adventures
moment.
await.
Buff. There you go. What are we playing? We're playing Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. If you're new to the Twitch, you can always look below the stream, and you will usually see the stuff. And this is where I was before. Okay. This is how you get to the door. I don't need to care about that door at all anymore. Basically went around, and it's locked. Okay.
I stand ready.
Does anyone require my counsel?
What I suspect. Okay. I don't think that really matters. You go for door. It is locked. What am I missing? Okay, never mind. There's a little thing to the side. Trap, maybe? Nope, no trap.
Time to practice my combat abilities.
We'll do turn-based on this one. Ow.
I'll split you.
And he's dead. Alright, this one looks a lot easier. Alright. There we go. That's to debuff him. And you will run away. They're going to start doing so. Them Marauder's the only big hitter thing, so it's the only thing I got to be careful of. Now they're blocking her away. And I want to get in. There we go. Let's see. I have Chain Lightning, right? Yep. Chain Lightning, get rid of it. Good, good. Lauren's doing great. Baron's up. Get in the thick of it. You got two. Targos, get the left one. Good, good. Got a twofer. You just hang back. That thing's coming up now. Shambling Mound, give him a whap. Not very good, but close enough. Collect all. I tried to get him in there and I thought I could sneeze that through, but we'll magic missile you. Because you decided to buff yourself and do mirror image, which is always annoying. We'll try to take down your mirror images. Thank God for things with multi-attacks. I have anything? No. I was hoping I had something that would bring it down just a little bit better. Keep flapping this Marauder. Just get him through. There you go. I think Baron got hit for 4. Actually, no, he critted Baron for 47 and nothing happened. And high Torn Bubble. Yeah, we were just relaxing today. Relaxing and chilling because I have a lot of work. How am I doing? I am busy. I am stressed, but I'm getting through it. I have a lot of I'm noticing that I do a lot more offline work than actual streaming. Because every time I stream, it's like, okay, I have time to stream. So I'll do that for a bit. And then I go, all right, I gotta go shut up for the next thing. Goodbye. Then I disappear for a week. And then there's like 3 tabletop RPG streams. And it's like, well, I hope this works out. My good, we got through that. We're gonna quick save. Oh my god. Oh, don't do iron golems at me. Stay away. Alright, I did save, and I'm curious. Lauren? Okay. The intruder detected. Hey, dragon, where have you gone? You better fly up here. You can fight as teachers Xanathor and Al. The golem makes a noise, which has been spanked upside the head. Ask teachers Xanathor ordered, or else your eggs will be destroyed. Get a closer look at the eggs. These are wound worm eggs. They look like they will soon hatch. what happens next. Bring their fist down on the egg. Shells are instantly crushed. Soft and blind dragonlings have not yet grown their hard scales or powerful fangs, but the golem's fists are delicate, beautiful like bodies are turned to a repulsive slop. Also, triggers have a complete planned deactivation. Well, I feel like I could have saved the egg somehow. Hold up. Ow. Ow. Thank you, Totori. Here's a scribble. Appreciate it. Thank you. I hope it slows down. You just chill and relax. Yeah, it's not gonna slow down for a while. It's gonna happen for a long time. Okay, so I know what that is. I can attack the golems and see what happens with the eggs. Yeah, 100% with the Mythic Path. The issue, as I've gone through, I guess it had to do like a shit ton of side stuff. Because just through the main quest, I don't ever fucking see the other options to progress my way the other Mythic Paths. Like, I think I'm halfway through the game at this point, but I'm like, where the fuck are these people getting these paths from? Like, I only got like 1 or 2, and it's like, all right, you're now the hero. You got the hero path now. And I'm like, I didn't even see shit for the Lich one. You know, like at the start, it's just like, you're going to be the Holy Knight. And I'm like, what if I don't want to? No. It kind of forces you in there. It's for a lot early on. Yeah, fuck that. It should be in the main path. It's dumb. Hold up, let me eat this. All right, sorry. Are you eating nothing? Especially when it starts from the midpoint with a very annoying bunch of questions. God, that sucks. Like, they should have made it a bit more obvious. Like, the entire selling point of this game is that you have these different paths to take, but it feels like I'm forced to go down like the hero one or like the super god powered one. And it's really annoying. It's really annoying because I'm like, hey, I want to go the Lich one. Where do I get the Lich thing? It's like, oh, well, if you're not going on all the super duper side quests, you just won't get it. And I'm like, why? Looked up the dragon one. I was like, really? Yeah, it's like, the fuck? It's like, why is it just like not like an obvious path for me to go down to start it? Like, to start it, like for me to get further in, having a little bit of my brains to get through it, absolutely okay with that. But at the start, you know, I gotta be like, what route? How do I start it, you know? Like, where is it? All right, assume I'm gonna attack the golems.
Time to practice.
I assume if I said
combat
stop now,
abilities.
they'd be all like, no, screw you. Ah, and then that's how it would go.
I'll split you.
Whack, 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 whack. All right, Dern, do big hit.
I'll just have to resort to brute force.
All right, everything's reduced. God, the shambling man can't do dick. I need to stop turning him into this thing because it's so useless. He's like, yeah, here I go, and then that's it. All right, Baron, get up there.
I'll just have to resort to brute force.
All right, we're gonna plop up there. Keep Dern up. Lauren, you are going to play weak against. Effects and conditions, haste, immunities, poison turn, stun, energy, negative positive spell, immunity, see paralysis, frightened, stunned. Okay. You get hit by normal stuff then. Scorching ray. Nothing happened. He is immune to scorching ray. Okay, I probably missed that. Missed that somehow. Because they're only locked, and you're like 3/4 the way done with the game. Yeah, and it's like you get all this cool shit advertised to you, and it's like, well, you can only get it until you bust your ass off. And I'm like, fuck that. Give it to me now. Like, let me start getting give me a little taste. Give me a little taste of ultimate power so I can pursue it. Don't tell me I get a little bit of it late game and then maybe I'll get the full thing later on. I want to enjoy the fucking game as my power, not after all the cool shit's done. You know. But I guess they did that because of story, because if you went the Lich route and then the angel guy shows up and go like, welcome adventurer, you, what the fuck are you? Why are you undead? Is a Lich helping us save the world? He's like, hey, I'm here to help you. I'm gonna help you save the entire. He's like, I will not have an undead spawn liberate us from demons. Ha! He actually mentions it. Is he just like, well, if this is the savior of humanity, dead or alive, you're still a servant? Probably some bullshit. Probably some PR statement. All right, let's see. I need to heal one of you. Or magic missile. Hello, sentient. Be a necromancer to half the dead body of demons. Look. I want that conversation really bad. I think I've resounded my guy to be more the hero kind of type. Okay, we got past these guys. Do a little save. I'm hoping I don't regret saving these eggs. I love dragons. Like, I know dragons are cringy to most folks, and they're kind of overused. Like, funny enough, dragons aren't really overused as they are too mentioned, I feel.
Knowledge is the key to victory.
Let's see. You ready for the thick shell? These large eggs. Leave the eggs now, collect them, and bring them to Dresden later. Suppose we're bringing the eggs to Dresden as soon as you deal with the demons after Sanctum. There are sure to be ways to dragon eggs for good for crusade. Okay, I'll leave that. How much is your destined divine savior? Worried about a failure to pity you're too weak or too damn strong. Yeah, like I like my dragon. I like my dragons brutal. I like them when you see them. They are a majestic force of destruction. I don't like it when they have over personality. You know, I much prefer when the dragons aren't like, I don't know how the best way to say it. I don't like it when the dragons are trying to tell me how good of a person I need to be. You know, like some of the gold dragons or silver dragons, like, we're obviously super good and you should follow the law and da-da-da. I'm like, fuck off. Like, get out of here. You're a dragon. Get out. Yeah, I like my dragons to be like brutal things, like kind of Game of Thrones dragons. Anyway, I think that's a good way to kind of put it in. Are they dragons or are they wyverns? Are they technically wyverns? I think they're technically wyverns, right? Do they walk in their wings? I haven't seen Game of Thrones since season 3. They're wyverns? Okay, yeah, they have the wing walking. But kind of like that. Like, you see them, it's a big-ass lizard with wings, and you're like, oh my god. You're like, oh hell nah. I don't wanna fight that thing. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I like to feel. I don't like it when they're like overly magical. I like it when they're beasts and they're a threat to nature. There are some times where I'm just like, where I do enjoy the fantasy of dragons being able to talk and do magic, but it has to be handled in the right way to where they're still a threat. Like, it's rare to see one like that. They're not like common. But it mostly kind of goes to the core root of me not wanting everything to be fairy tale. In which, depending how you tell fairy tales, you can make them very brutal. Which I love the Wolf of Wall Street. No, it's not Wolf of Wall Street. The Wolf Among Us. The Wolf Among Us kind of story game or whatever. The comic books those are based on, where all the fairy tales are now kind of like in real life, current times, and like suffering through life. Love that. Love that story. I was like, oh my God. It's such a shame it never continued, but I was like, hell yeah, you know? But yeah. Hello. Just demons waiting for me. You know, they think they give us a little break. Let me, let's do this. Let's constantly fighting the move. Let's do Long Strider. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah. You have Hearty Meal? No, you have Blessed. Okay. Alright, Targos. This thing's gonna do near me. I just want to get as much damage on it as I can. Whoop. The more I can beat it up, the better. Because I just don't like them. They have resistance to fire, but this is gonna make me feel better. Oh, you're just gonna tank that. ZoranTheBear, whoop it. There you go. I don't like those things living, because, yeah. They pissed that Scalebound got canceled. Looked awesome. Make my dream dragon. For some grinding. Scalebound? Is that weird Xbox game? Hold up. Oh. Okay, I remember this being mentioned again. Yeah, I wasn't into it. It looked like a mediocre Xbox title that was gonna rise up, maybe get like a 7 out of 10, and then just die. That's honestly what it looked like. I did not have high hopes for it. And a fun thing that like me and Remy will do sometimes is that we'll go to Steam. We'll go to Steam, we'll see the upcoming games, and we'll predict what the rating is going to be. And so far, we have been correct. Because you can just look at the store page and get a vibe. You can get a good feeling as to what rating that game is gonna get. Honestly, try it with your friends. It's really fun. Let me here, I'll do it with you. We'll do like a little side thing real quick. Sorry, I had like 50 DMs for some reason. Let me do a little side thing with you, chat. Let's do a little hoo-hoo. A little hoo-hoo ha-ha. Real fast. Let me get a little window capturing going. It'll be great, honest. Actually, I don't think you can actually see Steam in a weird way. Yeah, no, I have to do monitor capture, which is always awkward. Let me do that. Because otherwise it's just not gonna work for some reason. Because Steam's like, no, don't capture my screen. Ugh. There we go. All right, here's Steam. Let me crop all my super secret plans. You don't see my prawn. Chat, don't look, chat. Don't look at my prawn. All right, here's Steam. I'm seeing a lot of fun games coming through. What I'll do, I'll scroll down. I do popular upcoming, and then we'll guess. We'll guess to see what the rating is. Like Construction Simulator. Well, look at this. It has no ratings because it isn't out yet. But as we look at it, we're like, all right, chat, what do you think rating this will get? Like Construction Simulator. And we kind of look at all the stuff it has. It's got different trucks, different things. Basing pretty much. I didn't ask you to turn on audio. I muted you for a reason. You know, it's got interior stuff. You drive through the city. Hey, we do all that stuff. Seems pretty good. They get positive. Yeah, it'll get mostly positive. You know, come back to this game on September 20th. Give it 5 days. It'll probably be mostly positive. You know, kind of back out. Let's see. Judgment. Let's see who made this. Judgment. Sega. This thing. Looking at it, looks like to be like a Yakuza clone. That's literally kind of what it looks like to be, like a Yakuza clone. Looking at your trailer, okay, yeah, maybe a little murder mystery here and there. Street fighting, yeah, literally just we wanted Yakuza. It's in the series. It is a Yakuza game. Okay, I'm glad I got the vibe. So if so, If it's this studio, they do all the other. Yeah. So this will get mostly positive, minimal. Actually, it's already a very positive. For some reason, it's here. Apparently, it's already up and coming. Hold up. No, I did new and trending. I'm dumb. All right, let's do this one. Outbound Ghost. There we go. This is it's already out. I'm done. Outbound Ghost. Little Paper Mario looking thing. Little Paper Mario looking clone. All right. Yep, literally Paper Mario. We're looking at it. Low reviews. It's going to get low reviews. It's not going to be a popular hit title because it's just not going to grab people, I feel. It's going to be one of those that people are going to find. They're really going to like it. It looks really, really well built. Really well built and put together. It looks phenomenal for what it is. It'll be mostly positive, I feel, for this one, but very low reviews. It looks cute as hell, though. What is it, SCP Secret Files? Hold up, when is this? I like me some SCP. Okay. This looks good. This looks really good. I love SCP stuff, to be honest with you. It's right up my alley. Let's see. What SCP? Thank you. Why does it matter for your subscribble? I appreciate it. You get positive reviews and tank after Halloween. He's already at very positive. I am wishlisting that. I'll put that on the schedule for October. But okay, this one. There is no light. This one has no reviews, obviously. Art style looks really good. Got little jar popping things. Love the look of it. This, when I think of rock grind, that's what I think of, is this type of look and stuff. It looks to be like a battle game. You're caring for blood in the story action RPG. I think it'll get positive. I definitely think it'll get positive. Love the look of it. It's definitely the stuff I'm interested in. Definitely positive. Not very many reviews. I don't think it's going to be a super hit title. These things, unfortunately, I never see these things break out. I never see them break out. Unless the controls are garbage. Yeah, it seems tight. It seems like they know what they're doing. The art style looks amazing. But these, I know people love these types of things, but it's just, they don't get mega popular all that often. Very rarely do they do, or they get like just the right amount of people to play them who are like really big content creators and they go for it. It's just not there, you know? It just never just pops out. So and that's a shame, to be honest with you, because there's several game dev friends of mine who've worked hard. There's one guy's wife, I think he was the lead designer for Eternal Crusade, and his wife is in the game industry, and she was designing a pixel game. And I tried it a little bit. Everything was fine. Controls were solid. Our style looked good. Going through the story, very engaging. I just didn't care. And apparently no one else cared either. And it was a damn shame. Because those types of games, for some reason, just don't get out, you know? It's a bit too niche to Dark Souls fans. Don't buy it. I don't really think it's that. When people say Souls-like, it could just be like certain mechanics of it, but because when you hear Souls-like, sometimes they just throw it in there, one, for marketing, and two, just to be all like, oh, you save at a point, and then off you go. Thank you, and Zazami for the subscribe, 15 months of box. Thank you. Oh, we've been enjoying your time here, but yeah, it's weird. It's really, really weird. Yeah, I kind of wish I got more recognition, but yeah, what can you do? All right, we only got like one. Oh, nope, got another one that came in. Thanks, game. You guys got that one. I want to hit this thing as hard as I can before he mirror images. Honestly, I'll let Baron just focus on him. I want this thing dead. Oh man, he was straight the dirt. That thing was mad.
Your choice.
There's a huge difference between Souls like and Soulsborne. Yeah, the genre has been kind of skewed, I feel, because anytime I hear Soulsborne, it just has it's like it has a fire mechanic of just like, yeah, you just rest here and then you go off, and if you die, the monsters respawn. You go in. It's like that's usually when I hear Souls like. Oh my god. Was bit by just random scattered monsters. Whack. Not seeing that guy all the way over there.
I'll need to review this spell later.
I'm gonna throw a Baron right up here so that guy doesn't do anything funny. Oh, here, no one really needs healing. Of course, it's fine. Yeah. Got up and asked him a question. Good, good. But yeah, it's. Yeah, and also, there's not many games that I've been super interested in. Most of my times have been being eaten up by tabletop RPGs, honestly. It's really where most of my focus is going. I've been working really hard setting up the Raccoons campaign. I have the start going. And I don't know if you guys want to hear the idea I have for the start of their episode. Like, it's going to happen right at the beginning. For the idea. Because one of the things I try to do, at least at the beginning of any of their campaign bits, is try to have it to where everyone could shine. And it's hard. Even Thurston can't get every single episode to make everyone shine. Sometimes you just throw something out and just let the players figure it out. And hopefully it works out. For the first episode, obviously, it's their first time ever doing a tabletop RPG show. And out of all the shows that are out there, I feel that I feel that we do it pretty well. We're not perfect, and thank you, Chaos Madness, for your scribble. I appreciate it. Out of all the tabletop RPG shows out there, I feel we do really good. We have really lovable and really funny cast members. I think we have great game masters doing stuff. It's fucking expensive to run, but I think we do really well, you know, compared to everything. Just the struggle is letting people know we exist. But like, one of the definite hardest things is getting a story that showcases everybody.
No fear.
And it's honestly, and it's fairly difficult, because you're like, how do I get like someone like Minerva, whose character is literally written down as quiet. She's not a loud individual. And so it's a struggle for a show, because you want everyone to bring something major to the table. And for her character, she intentionally is being quiet, because she's just not that type of person, and she would prefer to kind of be to the side and then hop in whenever. You know, she's not someone who's going to be loud and bombastic. So it's like, how do I have her moment? And so for the first part of the adventure, it's basically, we went through the beginner box and stuff, and I really love the concept of Mama Thelma and Mama Helga, and I've now kind of identified their tavern and all this other stuff as the Elgas. And they're just two little witch ladies who are married, and they're just like, hee, go off and do jobs for us, you know, because they like the adventurers and do jobs for them. And their first adventure is that there is a parade happening in the Queen's Plaster, which is like a big, like, think of the nightlight district or so, like a lot of fancy shops, a lot of drinking areas, where a lot of luxuries are happening. And there's a parade being brought through there, as an individual called the High Priest of Conservance is coming in from Amari. And the entire religion based on him is that if you die, we will take your soul and put it in a puppet. And that's the origin of the automatons for Rockgrind, if you ever see the ancestry of that for Pathfinder. And that's his entire shtick. This is the brief description of him. And he's coming through town because it's a big thing. He's a really big political figure between the kingdoms. So it's like, okay, cool. Let's go through it. And as they go through it, they are being asked by the Elgas to set up a fish stand, because where they're at, it's a fishery. So they're like, hey, we have a bunch of mutant fish we want to sell. Go over there and sell it, or sell whatever food you can. Just go over there and make money, you know, because they're sitting the adventurers going, just make some money. Use their role-playing skills and their ingenuity to make them some money, and they get a cut. So they're gonna go up there and they have to use all of their skills to try to sell fish during a parade, where everybody else is competing with them, and a bunch of other factors are coming in to mess with them. And I feel that works out because I know Hart wants to do some stuff. Beetle's able to use Beetle's skills to do stuff. Talim's a capitalist, so he's going to be super happy selling things. And Minerva's character, Gray, is able to kind of help protect things, stiff out things, all that other stuff. So it's like everybody has a role to play. So I'm super excited for the first session to run them through. And currently I'm trying to get like some cool animations going, and it's like, ugh. I was going to be the combat junkie, and that's fine. There are times in campaigns I'll join in where everyone's like, I want to roleplay all the time, do these grand stories, and I'll show up going like, I literally just want to fight things. I want to make my combat character and just fight stuff. I want to be silent and not just shoot. Like shoot or hit things. And that's okay. Yes, man, is Zoran, I have a question about Pathfinder Righteous as you are playing it. How do you make magic weapons? I don't know. I haven't made a single one. I find them on the ground and I use them. So, your best bet's to Google. And Google's gonna be your friend. A lot of those types of questions, I always encourage people to Google it because I think you might get a lot more mileage out of it.
Go on.
There we go. All right, beat them down. Beat them down, boys.
I don't like you.
Poor Minotaur. He's literally just bound in vines and beaten to death. Looking forward to it. Yeah, I have to sit down and write down all the arcs and stuff that I plan for them to go. But of course, it could just die at some point. But I'm really excited. My God, a lot of demons, and whatever the fuck that is, and that, and that, and that, and that. Oh, okay. Demons land on the rock with one heavy thud after another, the sounds merging into an unending barrage. More and more fiends appear around you. Many of them are twitching, convulsing, their heads rolling on their necks, like they've been stunned. The disgusting flesh bursts open before your eyes, and strange crystals grow from the wounds. Who are you? Lenidra, a well-built female cultist, gives you a mocking salute. How goes it, Crusader? Don't you feel a little out of your depth here? While you were wandering around the Sanctum looking for the thing that makes the demon stronger, Xanathar the Plagued One had studied the blade. He gathered up all the fiends he could and performed the ritual on all of them. He was in haste and didn't take proper care, so a few of the demons died in the process, but it makes no difference. Even you with your power stand no chance against this army. Let's see. Enough chit-chat, let's fight. Let's see. We're celebrating before the fight is even won. You want to embarrass yourself? I've chosen my moment well. It's a foregone conclusion. Dakota's words are drowned out by the resounding call of a war horn. Dismay ripples through the demon's hosts, and a moment later, everything around you is filled with blinding light. It's the angel, folks! Oh! It's the
In
boys!
the name of Iomedae, I say to you fiends, flee, for you will find no mercy here. Forge onward to your enemy, champion, and have no fear. The warriors of heaven will keep the monsters from your back.
Hey, can you make one of those walls kind of in front too?
The hand of the inheritor. Here! Damn it all! You'll answer for this some other time.
Yeah, I'm not confident still with this little group. I know a lot of them are kind of like little duders, but you know, I like to not have that. It's still a problem. All right, I'm gonna hit this thing because I want to hit it before mirror images. Also getting Dern up there. All right, Targos. Ranger's bond. Hit that thing. It's got concealment. Damn it. That's the attack of opportunity. Don't fuck around, son. All right. Chaos Hammer. Multicolored exploding. Leave record single. Lawful neutral. Only lawful and neutral, not chaotic creatures are harmed by this spell. Are you lawful and neutral? Okay, everything's chaotic, so that's not gonna work. Is there anything to buff with? I don't really have buff spells. No, I use my blessing. Like a tactician. I'll flank. Alright, here you go. Do outflank for everybody. So that'll work. That's all I can do. I'm going to shamble you up this way. Have you hit this thing. Just get rid of it. Alright, Lord, this is what you were built for. Fireball! It's coming up after Dern. He's surrounded. I have to start cleaving at this point. Baron, I'm gonna have you take that so you can help out. All right, cleave! He got hit once. It immediately went down.
I'll split you in half.
Everything hit Dern at the same time. Just like, cleave us, will you? Whoosh. Alright, I need to critically heal him. There you go. That'll be all I can do. That guy.
Retreat is always an option.
Lord! Fireball! Keep hitting them, boys! Alright, Baron, just get up here and whap.
Your choice.
Just get in the middle. As soon as he stands up, he's gonna get hit, but he might be able to survive. So let me, see if I can. Okay, everybody missed, so that works.
So it comes to this.
And he's down again.
Shall survive this ordeal.
He's holding on. He's holding.
Smear.
Alright, let me see. Good critical runes, I'll just take that. Ow! They do not want my guy to stand up. They're like, stay down! Fireball! Okay. Only one of them gets affected now, but that's okay. Baron, begin whaps! Nothing else here, right? Yeah, it's like that one thing down there. Would like to hit him. Are you dead? I think you're dead. I don't know. Hit this thing. Alright, stand up.
I shall survive this ordeal.
Get a whap in. Down you go. Running off won't really help me because they'll just come up and get me anyway. Just because I have a guy adjacent doesn't mean they're gonna come after me. They come after me every time. Drop to this guy. Get him out of here. That, the way he's built, he should be able to keep suffering like this. He's able to stay at 1 HP every time. Let's see. Touch range. There you go, Rust. Alright, whap!
Always an option.
I was gonna hope he doesn't bite the dust at some point. Don't want to do lightning ball. Break enchantment. I will do haste. Probably should have done that at the beginning.
I'll just have to resort to brute force.
Ah, damn it.
I shall survive this sword.
And he's dead. Alright, I lose. He was holding on for a while. Answer pencil. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I misunderstood.
Never stop learning.
Alright, well, since all that's gonna happen, and I have to get to the entire cutscene again, which sucks, I'm gonna make sure everyone's
I
buffed.
stand ready.
Does anyone require my counsel?
I'm good. I think you already have bark skin. Actually, let's change you to be air elemental. Yeah, let's do air elemental. Air elemental seems like you actually do damage. And next time, I'm just gonna do Sirocco, because that just messes people up. Alright, let's try this again. Go through the entire cutscene. Because I can't save. Are you ready for the epic uh-oh and everything again? Because you can't skip. Unless pressing enter. Okay, I can't do that. Awesome. Found it. Great. Oh, they get a whole round first? Garbage. Absolute garbage. Well, that's fine. I guess. That's not going to affect any of them. Well, no one needs healing yet, but I will tactician everybody here. Everybody gets the buff. Buff you up one more time. I'm gonna go rush up and start swapping. What I'm gonna do is try to hold the line, honestly. Get them all gathered up. All right. So wait, yeah, there we go. Control. That's what I want. Right there. That'll make most of them prone. You're gonna have to deal with that. And as you're doing that, bark skin. And then, of course, I'll cast it again. Get the double check. Ha-ho! Suck it! And then I will cleave! Yeah, most of them are badly injured now. Some of them won't get messed with. But... And Durn's down again, because they're going to focus him no matter what I do. I'm just going to heal him more. Alright, get up there.
It comes to this. I'll split you in half. Retreat is always an option.
He regrets that. Basically, Targos got hit back because he did a manipulate action. So, all that hurt him. I'm going to stone skin you. I don't think it'll work, but best I could do for now. Lauren, I'm gonna bring you back. Thank you, Paxel. Makes me need a +2 walking frame for these fights and not in the face so much. So the work you put through the shows. Thank you. I very much appreciate it. Alright, we're gonna do the Sriracha show again. Well, it'll keep going, so we'll do Fire Snake. We should pass everybody. Alright, I will get him out of here. And he's down again. Alright, have him go after Baron. Yeah, they're focusing on him. They do not want him to live. I'll do a little hapa to everybody. Everyone needs it. Baron, hold the line! Hold the line, Baron! Well, they're getting back up. And he's down again. All right, do some swaps. Another snake. Go! Ah, that thing is messing us up. There we go. Yeah, he's gonna keep throwing what spells he can. I do want Goldbeard to stay held up. For moderate wounds, mass. We'll do this. Whoa. Gotta get everybody a little healed up. Baron, keep holding. I know you keep missing, but at least you do 2 damage for it. For whirlwind, a backing whirlwind is 40 feet wide. Every creature that spins around a whirlwind must succeed a reflex save or take 2d6 bludgeoning damage. On a whirlwind, you cannot attack, but you must use your attack, but you are able to use your abilities. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. We're just going to try to hit things. Alright, Lord, keep blasting. Another! Okay, nothing else hits. Nothing else you can do, I'm afraid. Alright, Sword of Heaven. Keep holding, Baron. Targos is dead. Hold. I can't bring him back out. I should have Breath of Life. Yeah, here we go. Bring him back up.
I'll just have to resort to brute force.
Alright, Targos. You need to... And you're down again. Okay, I'm not getting him out. That's why I hate Attack of Opportunity being default and everything. It's a good reason to look at it and go, it sucks, and no one likes it. Alright, we're gonna magic missile this thing. The damage down. Alright, you gotta get back into the fray. That turret is attacked by a demon. The demon's death makes points of damage. Yeah. Let's get you all buffed up. Like I should have before entering this. Baron holds! Baron holds! Baron holds!
So it comes to this.
Oh, picked the wrong guy, but it's fine. Baron must hold! Alright, get up there.
I'll just have to resort to brute force.
You're gonna go down immediately, I guarantee it. They're trying. Ah!
You've made your choice.
The demons must not prevail. Let's see. Yep, Dern's on the ground again. Every time. Get up. Damn it. Sirocco, that's what's going on. Yep. Our druid just died. Darn, it's staying up. Alright, I was hoping that would get rid of it, but nope. Alright, I know what's gonna happen. He's gonna be stuck in here for a while. So, we're gonna real time it now. There we go, that thing's finally dead. Beat the shit out of that thing. Please don't go near it. Please stay away. Please stay here. Turn off the AI. Just stay where you are. I hate that the default AI does not realize to not go into dangerous AoE effects. Woo! Well, we finally got through it. We got 2 people dead. Which is not good, my friends. Which is not good. I think I only have 2 rest scrolls. No, that's not a rest scroll. I have rest scrolls, right? Yeah, 2 rest scrolls. There we go. Use. And use. Horse is fine. The horse is okay, though. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need a little bit of a sit down after this. Let me drink all my hapuz. That's oof, ouch. Should probably use more of these cure critical wound scrolls, honestly. More in combat, really. Let me, yeah, because I have them here. Just not using them. Oh, that's right. I gotta wait till. There we go. Gotta do that. Because they're in mid animation, so they're like, but I can't use that. Oh my god, the fuck's going on? Can use it and you're gonna like it. Drink the damn potion. Thank you. Yeah, I'm starting to run out, chat. Only got so many left. Just gotta keep my boys healed. Yeah, we'll do that, and we'll do Link. A couple of these. That'll get us up to fighting fit. Okay, can I like camp here? Oh, I can. Okay. Probably shouldn't have done all that, but it's fine. It helps us because I wouldn't get the full completely anyway. So this helps out. I will face abyssal corruption, but that'll be fine. Didn't feel like in some sort of fight, he's trying to force you to use real time and not turn-based. I mean, it was designed first to be used for real time, but then they added on the turn-based later because a bunch of people were like, "The fuck are you doing?
Keep your wits about you.
You know, why do you have it this way?" So, yeah, that's what came of that.
We should move.
Use that. Then do bless.
I appreciate. I'm an adventurer.
Can you do huge? Yeah, do huge water elemental. Let's see how that works. Let's see how that goes. And then you get back on your horse. And also use Lungstrider, because there we go. Yeah, it's pre-buffing so I can do the best I can, because this game on, I think I have it on like medium like difficulty. It's fucking hard. So when you get to your strength, I command you to defend my laboratory. What faculty is morons surrounded by idiots? What have I done to deserve this? What crime have I committed to the universe to be punished so? Out there, the plagued one. You're the one who has helped in imbuing demons with powers of foreseen, Galarian. I've come to stop you. As a nickname, the Plagued One, my students coined it. It's a way of showing their respect. I abhor it. I must know this. You must know this and be trying to rile me. You're an ignorant blatherskite flapping his gums. Whichever it is, you claim no superiority over my useless minions, the demons that inhabit my sanctum. Despite my idiot students who cannot even take a single step without an order from me, I despise demons. Self-satisfied imbeciles who prefer to tear hunks of flesh from each other than carry out my instructions. I despise this guy and Bahamut for forcing me to work with them. I despise you, Vandal. You came to my laboratory, smashing up my specimens and interfering with my work. Away with you.
Time to practice my combat abilities.
I'm hoping, in contrast to the last fight, he's like a easy pushover. Also forgot haste, so do haste and throw Lauren in the corner. He'll stay there now. And fuck. Turn to 4 frost giants. I can't target you. Yeah, summon frost giant. Okay. Either disappeared or did something else, but yeah, it's kind of weird now. I can't hit them. Also, I have to be careful of these other guys. I don't want to hit them. So I'm going to try my best not to, but for some reason I cannot hit the giant, so I don't know what's going on there. Let's give my guys a position, I guess. Well, guess we'll wait. Nope, still can't target him. We'll just do this and see what happens. Now I can. That was a weird bug. And I guess he's back. So we will Fire Snake. Good luck, everybody. Oh. Did he summon or transform into one? He transformed into one. No, he turned one of them into a dragon. Got it. Try to follow along. Getting real hard. Well, if the summoner goes down, they all go down. So we'll just do that. You'll concentrate on... Yeah, we'll just concentrate on him. Because once he goes down, they all go down. Also, they turned my... they turned my horse into a dog. So... Yeah, you just go over there. You can't do anything. Oh, do before that. I assume you're now my enemy. So I just touched you, but we'll find that out. Yeah, one of them, they got mad. That one specifically got mad. I wonder... I thought I took Dispel on my list. Yeah, Dispel Magic, yeah. Can I not? Let's see. Point target. That like just go. No, I don't think it works. Fails to dispel polymorph. Okay, I failed to dispel it. You can triple the butt attack. Yeah, it couldn't hit regardless. And that horse is level 6, so I'm not gonna risk it. I don't like dealing with it and maintaining it. So, all right, where's my friend? Our friend has disappeared again. Alright, let's just get rid of this. Start baiting things down.
Just have to resort to brute force.
Aha! You stay there.
I don't like it.
All right, let me get my healing over to Dern. Warm. Lord's looking for him. This will just have to chain lightning. There you are. Do some whaps.
So it comes to this.
Everything else does not matter. Only kill you.
I'll have to resort to brute force.
Yeah, so every time I miss, he's got a lot of defensive, like concealment, mirror image, and stuff like that. But every time I technically miss, I have a mythic ability to lets me go. All right, I'm still gonna hit you for 2. Targos doesn't have it, but our melee guys do, and that's what matters. Is Alright, Lon. You don't care about all that, so... Shit, he's immune to magic missile. You do care about all that. Okay, never mind. That was 0. Alright, you're not hitting them very well, so you just smack this thing.
You made your choice. So
Okay, Lauren, you're gonna be on dispel duty once it's your turn.
I'll split you in half.
ZoranTheBear is gonna take him down. That thing's doing surprising amount of damage. So I'm gonna use one of my things here to get you back up. Alright, Lauren, I need to dispel again. See what you can. Failed to dispel anything. Shield. Okay, yes, shield on. That's why magic missile didn't work. Yeah, I can't dispel anything. What's more, Wizard's just not fucking doing it for me. Like, no matter what, I have all the spell penetration in the world. Like, I have it as high as I can get it. And every time I try to do any spell to any creature, I understand he's a boss creature, so it's going to be harder, but like every time it's just like, waste your turn. Like, good luck. Like, hope you have a good time. The spell, yeah, got all of it kind of focused in, and he's just nothing. Like, nothing can get through it.
You made your choice.
That's why my fighter has been the most useful one. Like, fighters and barbarians with this game have been godsends because they show up and go like, we don't care what magic you have, we'll just beat you down. And it's been phenomenal. Yeah. My mount still can't hit, but that's fine. There we go, that thing's dead. I will concentrate a heal to bring you back up. Well, you still can't magic missile them, but we can fire snake you. Anybody? No, we should be fine. Boom! There you go. Getting you now. Forgetting that summon giants there, but it hasn't been doing much. So a ton of saving throws. Also a problem with demon AC and hard difficulties. Yeah, I'm kind of like on medium, slightly harder, but it's like still a ball buster. You're like, come on, like do something.
I'll just have to resort to
Ever put it down on easy? Like I dispel probably everything. Swarms! Swarms everywhere! Ah! I think all of them are now my enemies, which is annoying. I never touch them. Well, Lauren, it would be the one to deal with it, but he just got disabled, so damn it. But I could do this. Become immune! Arios, go to town! And you got rezzed. And all of them are now against me for some reason. Yeah, I was hoping that thing would get Lauren back up, but he still looks not correct. I wonder. It's chaotic. Yeah, I have this ability, which I need to get rid of it. There's a chaotic only lawful and neutral, not chaotic creatures are harmed by this spell, which is annoying. So what I'm going to do, I have no AoE spells with him, so I'm just gonna AoE heal everybody and just chill out. What Mythic pack are you? God, I don't remember. I think I stopped midway and came back to this way later. I think I'm like the hero one? I think the hero one? I don't remember. But yeah, it's one of them. Okay, well, Lauren is able to move. And Lauren is literally the only one to fireball everything. Sure, fireballs! Good job, Lauren. Angel, am I the angel one? Yeah, I guess that'd be the closest one. I could do Sirocco, but it will affect all of us, which I would like to not do. Can you do anything else? Or is it just... What's this ability? I don't think you get anything cool, do you? No, you don't get like a tsunami type deal. Yeah, this guy practically built to be a shapeshifter. He doesn't really do anything else. All right, well, start whapping.
So it comes to this.
Trying to see if there's anything else I can do. Gotta heal our friend here. A horse. Can't do anything. Keep going, Turtles. You got this. Ow. Yeah, Durn should probably go after that guy. I keep forgetting he exists. And the other demons. Yeah, so let me... I could do Breath of Life on you, but I will do this. Get you healed. I mean, yeah, he's a dog now. Forgot. He got polymorphed at some point. One, do your thing! Fireball! Yeah! Okay, and so I'm saying, yep, that's all I can do for now. God, I'm so tempted. God, I'm so fucking tempted.
You made your choice.
Okay, it's getting a bit unwieldy now.
Resort to brute force.
The horse is getting eaten alive now. Targets can't do much. Probably gonna move them out of it, but I'm being dumb. Yep, there goes Goldbeard. Stay alive! Yeah, only thing you have are heals. And I'm healing the swarms, damn it. I think I am healing the swarms. The locusts called his demons. I don't know what the heck did you do. Don't yell at me. Bible! You're doing great, Lord. You're immune to being nauseated, so you're doing great.
No fear.
Yeah, that thing's dead. Stop doing hard damage to us.
So it comes to this.
That thing's dead. Horse is being eaten alive.
I'll split you in half.
Got one down. We're grinding through it. Slowly but surely. Ant's still nauseated. Apparently, yeah, there was our druid shapeshift, but our druid got beaten down, so. Fireball! Surprised that there's so many fireballs, they're not all dead yet.
Just have to resort to brute force.
Alright, how bad's everything? Yeah, everything's kinda Try to get it off Warren.
Your choice.
You're doing good. We're almost there. I can't get him out of this, so we're gonna make him move all the way over. He's no longer in the swarm.
Retreat.
Hey, you can't bring me down. Okay, we can do this. Get rid of you, and then I'll step away. Hoping to fight another day.
It comes to this.
I'm going to heal you. Oh. I'm going to have the horse stay. The horse is kind of keeping him off.
I don't like you.
That thing is now gone. I can now do a heal. It heals the swarms, I think. Yeah. Surprised it heals the swarms. It doesn't. I don't consider it an ally kind of deal, but you know, it's how weird it is. All right, I'm gonna do hasten, everybody. I think it fell off at some point.
You made your choice. No fear.
Keep it there. Keep going. Kill every last bug. Whew. All right, we got our guy left. There's the little bastard. Coming right at you. Bam! Beat him! Beat him to death! Don't let him live. Vine trap his ass. Yeah! Keep him there. Don't let him leave. Beat him to die. Uninjured BS? Yeah, I know, right? Oh, shapeshifting, are you? A bad shame of someone far-snaked! Alright, you got 5 hard-hitting attacks with your old penis, so hopefully you hit anything. There you go.
I'll just have to resort to brute force.
Know what? Fire elemental. I'm going to heal Targos. Thank God I made that ranged, because having it the closer character before not have ranged healing was god awful. I need to move Targos out the way, but he can't now. He's fine trapped, but you get the idea. Scorching ray! Alright, sorry, let me take a little drink. Been talking a lot. Horse is still there. Come on, beat him down.
So it comes to this.
Defeated, ZoranTheBear drops to his knees. For a few drawn-out seconds, all you can hear is the rustling of the locust shifting under his robe. The sound suddenly morphing into rasping, unnatural laughter. Who could have predicted that a vandal, my enemy and the enemy of my masters, would be the one to rid me of my excruciating servitude? You're an unforeseen, unknown quantity that has solved the impossible equation. There's an elegantly simple solution to all my problems. Eerie laughter dies away as quickly as it comes. ZoranTheBear lifts his head and looks out to you from his locust-sworn face. You have earned a reward. I know why you are here and what you seek. You destroyed my laboratory, stood in the way of science, and halted my demon transformation experiments. But I doubt you know the source of the whatever crystals necessary for the process. I'll show you the path of the truth, Vandal. But first, you must answer 2 of my questions. Alright, ask him. Name the location of the laboratory before I was forced to relocate the inhospitable Ivory Sanctum. Chad, what's the answer? I didn't pay attention at all. I just showed up, hit things with a sword, and be like, well, demon's dead, solved the problem. Haven't got a fucking clue. You know, who loved the shit out of this game? There was Carnage, I think, who played this. I wonder if he would be interested in playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition. I think I would like to run a game for him at some point. I might ask him it someday. Just be like, you want to play Pathfinder? I'll run it. We do an entire show. We know what we're doing. So maybe he might be interested. Kingmaker. Funny enough, I am getting the 2nd edition version of Kingmaker. And I think it should be coming into the mail at some point. I think Aaron got that for me because I used to be an employee there, so get my employee copy. I think he would love playing that. It's me, JP, years ago. Yeah, and then the scandal happened, which honestly, I feel like that situation got blown out of proportion. I might really have lost the context or something, but honestly, that went out of... I felt like that situation could have been handled internally. The guy obviously is, like, the Game Master guy obviously wasn't a fucker or anything. Like, just, he made a mistake. That should have just been discussed internally. You know? That felt so fucking weird. To me, I saw it, I'm like, oh, that's a conversation you have saying, hey, I was uncomfortable. Like, oh shit, I'm sorry. You know, I completely missed the ball there. I'm super sorry about that. You know, just apologize, understand that people aren't meaning to fuck you over like that. Or to do something like that, or trigger something, and then you move on. It was just really weirdly how it got handled. No, I think it's a lot of situations like that. We're just like, why are you freaking out this bad? Just let's talk about like adults. But I think the internet got all of it. And Cadabras, thank you. We'll try it. But carefully closing his words. Stupidity and ignorance are the very top list of your failings. I'm ashamed to have been defeated by such a weak-minded creature. It's not Cadabras, but it's fine. I don't care. I need the answer, but I don't feel any sense of pride that you obtained it so easily. Hope you have wits enough to realize there's no cause for pride. I've been acquiring the crystals from the Midnight Fane, a shrine located deep under Dresden. What is it like to realize that the enemy has all this time been concealed in the bowels of your own fortress? Don't bother answering, it's a rhetorical question. Now let us finish this, Vandal. End my existence and free me from this burden of carrying out the orders of idiot masters and fitting my eyes to the sight of their feckless followers. And they managed to hide it from me. If the others linger in this world, surprising incomprehensible phenomenon, I regret I will not be able to stay under it. Deep below Dresden, where the power of the Sword of Valor cannot reach, there's a place in the abyss and the material plane meet. This is where Lady Arrow opened one of her rifts, creating a direct route to the abyss. This is where the crystals are coming from. Drift leads to, I suppose. I don't want to spoil the surprise, Vandal. You do love surprises, after all. Take Dresden from the inside, given they had access. Such an attack will reveal the secrets of the Midnight Fane to the Crusaders. It has no right to fail. Unfortunately, you impressed Starzad so much during the battle for Dresden that he lost all courage. I'm sure you will meet him in the Fane, aggrandizing himself to the expense of whoever happens to be around. What a laughing stock. However, sooner or later, he will certainly try to attack Dresden from the inside. He's more afraid of Discari than you. Let's see. Think about Jerabeth. Couple some gnats. Think yourself the queen of a dung heap. Da da da. The Sergeant Jerabeth have given me her mark. And the swarm you're composed of will fall under her thrall as soon as you release your hold on it. Alright, we'll take care of them. There's no other information I kind of care to learn. Oh, Gold Grimoire. Grants owner 3 slots for 1 level slots. Oh, good. Lauren can finally get loot. Finally. If I break it, nothing happens, so. Looking around, I can't get that box, so I don't have a rogue. I might get rid of my druid, honestly, and remake him into a rogue, because I'm constantly finding myself not needing the druid. Was any of this lore on the adventure path? Yeah, this entire thing is an adventure path. Wrath of the Righteous in itself is an adventure path. So if you ever wanted to play it, you can't go through it. There are some bits extra that was added. Because the adventure path is only so much. They're all little booklets combined together to make the entire adventure. A lot of extra bits were added. So to tell which one is more or so is sometimes hard to tell. I don't remember the adventure path all that well. So also I need to just rest. So one, mainly because my horse is a dog. So I need it to come back. But yeah, the script for this thing is huge, so. There we go. All right, let's get you
This is my path.
back on your horse. Yeah, they had to add a lot of stuff for the video game. So if you see something where it's like, oh god, this was never here, that's probably why. They had to add a little bit more, because as much as it's like, oh, well, this is like a whole bunch, definitely is an issue.
Keep your calm.
Oh, I see. Nice. Alright. Hello, Jerobeth. Let me take your loot. Okay. Go gross to the task is holding a locust between two delicate clawed fingers. One locust that previously comprised Ving. You watch as he slowly pushes a needle into its body. The demon observes the locust's convulsion and fascination. Quite a lot of work. Not a work to preserve this beauty. You did as you promised, Crusader, but you know that making deals with demons is a losing game, yes? Like if you enjoyed playing mortals so much that I will keep up the act to fulfill my part of the bargain. Ask me a question, I will answer. Let's see. You're part of the deal, I no longer have any use for you. As a demon, you should have expected this. The Bahamut's cultists ran for me. Do you know where I can find her? Search the temples of your good deities. Search them carefully. One of them is larger than it looks. Promise to answer your question. Now the only thing standing between me and controlling victory is you.
We will be
Oh, they're gonna attack me anyway. Well, I'm glad we both understood each other.
I don't like you.
Alright, well, good luck, folks. Whoa. And I will good sword you. And you will whap.
You made your choice.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna live. Like, unless you got some big nuke spell that I'm not aware of yet. Like, it's very hard to see how this thing's gonna.
Out of my way.
Honestly.
Forward.
Oh, he's gonna dominate. Okay. Oh, that's a chunk card. The big fuck off demon. Okay, everyone beat up Jerobeth. Everyone just whoop her ass. Yeah, just keep beating her down. Alright, good job. Almost dead. Lauren's dead. Give up, Targos. Doing good. You're doing good. There you go. Yeah, Lauren got a little hurt there, but that's fine. The meta magic wand. Nice. Forgot to give Lauren his loot. Because he now has a book that he can use. Equip. There you go. It's in meta magic 1. Ability up to 3 spells to cast per day. Extend to the extend spell feet. There we go. I just already have that wand. Let's have that on, I guess. I have that equipped. Yeah, very nice. Got that done. Remember, chat, no demon left alive. There's a good demon's a dead demon. Alright, let's go trigger this trap. Really need to, honestly. Because I can't get through that. Because there was not a key anywhere. There's a loot goblin. Hey, look. This demon caused me a lot of problems. I think I'm in every right.
Your wits about you.
I think I'm in every right to loot this place. Also, I am not seeing a solution here. Oh, there it is. There's like a little thing there. It just throws me off every time.
I'm not touching
Loot!
that.
Coded notes. Is this new? This is new. Okay. Have to be careful. Could be more. Oh, it's another code thing over there. I do have the coded message now. I could see what that's all about. Let's see. The coded note. Info. Purple soul shoot a pair that has named the pocket of some forgetful cultists. Several shapes are drawn on the page. A triangle, upside down 5-pointed star, squares, and circles. Alright, chat, write that down. Write that down for me. Hold it down since you wanted you to say, yeah, she should have bolted it down a lot better. There's a chest behind the hot tub. I couldn't click it, so. We can check it again if you want. Alright, this thing? Yeah, there's nothing. I can't click it. That thing, I thought I looted it. Oh well. Let me get this thing. I have to take the lock. Hooray! There's the ring, statue, scroll of circle death, and scroll of sunbeam.
There are many rooms.
Not super useful, but it's nice. Alright, let's see. Save. Alright, so triangle. Which one's the star? This is a star? No. Huh. I don't know which one's the star. Triangle, up, down, upside down, star. I guess this one. Square, circle? Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's to open this door. That's all it does. It did nothing else. Yeah, that's it. It did nothing else for us. Unless it made this. No. Well, that was useless. I could use it to go this way. Lets me get out. This is if I continued on this way or found another path through. I could leave if I wanted to, which I probably want to, honestly. Cards key. Alright, we're leaving. I ain't fucking with this anymore. I'm more than happy to leave, honestly. Just skipped all those fights. Yeah. Alright, back to Dresden. I'm tired. Our little adventurers got their ass whooped, chat. That little scruff. Yeah, everyone took a little sleep in the moonlight. I'm gonna have a little hoo-hoo. Yeah, I'm super excited, chat. On the 20th is when we start playing Abomination Vaults, which I'm really excited for. It was supposed to start at the beginning of the month. Oh my god, I got fatigued so quickly. Yeah, it was supposed to start at the beginning of the month, but yeah, the crew will be heading in. Which I am over encumbered, so I guess that's what's making it happen. Evade. Keep going. Okay, we'll rest this time, and then we're gonna have to make the final stretch. We're gonna get full corruption soon. And I would like to not have full corruption. Not till the next TPK soon. I'll keep going. Of course, someone's on the road. Would it be a demon? Hey, it's our old demon killer guy. Night Commander. Are you here this time? The fire in the old warrior's eyes, which he is at pains to conceal. I heard your crusade is more successful than the previous ones. I heard you routed the Ivory Sanctum, and its beetle king is now worm fodder. That is, if worms would deign to eat something so disgusting, ZoranTheBear. All you've done is impressive. Obviously +5, shit. And of course, you have no desire at all to join this crusade. Even if I joined your crusaders, what use is an old man accustomed to fighting alone? One who's almost forgotten the sound of human speech. I'll be going, farewell, Commander. Wow! That is a really garbage social encounter. There was no chance at all to get him on my side. Oh my god, and because I'm carrying too much weight, which I was fine before, the game has now said, screw you. Fuck. Oh, that's annoying. I was hoping to carry everything. And I couldn't escape that either. It's just like, nope, screw you. Most of it's this armor. Especially all these chain shirts, so that should do a little bit. That. Man, that would sell for a good amount of money. Keeping that. All these can get rid of. Yeah, that was most of it. I mean, Zoran carries too much weight.
I'll make my own legend.
Stop carrying it. What's going on here? Or are you tired? Armored Sullivan's character increase rotate. I guess I can camp here. Get your exhaustion back. Try that. Kind of design. Yeah, it sucked. It's like I was going just fine. I was taking the penalties of carrying it all. But the game was like, nope, you can't continue. And it's like, why? I was doing just fine. Now I'm at full corruption, what I was trying to avoid. Yeah, now no one's over encumbered. Now I can maybe take in what's the most expensive, like this stuff. I want to take all the full plate. Now